Alrighty guys, welcome to another video here. Today we're just gonna take a quick look at the sub-rogue and some of the nerfs and changes that have been to the sub-rogue, and some of the changes in building gameplay that you might be seeing coming on here from the coming perspective. Alright guys, so if you like and enjoy the video here, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, leave a comment. And if you want, I'm streaming over on twitch.tv/killerchris. There will be a link in the description below to the channel. So go and follow me over there, and we'll have some good times and some fun times, of course. Alright guys, on with the video! Alrighty guys, here, so let's talk some sub-rogue changes. One of the first changes is like a facing requirement to bonespike. There's been some rumors about bonespikes being nerfed. It's not. Then it's up to discussion whether it should be or whether it shouldn't be. I guess it's technically a nerf, as it's like slightly inconvenient to like, instead of just like yeet bone spiking over the back of your shoulders to stuff. So if we take a look here, we should see that we are now no longer needing to like actually. Alright, so we can see yeah, it's the classical, like if they are like within a 90-degree angle of our vision, we can still hit them, which is quite nice. Bonespike still does the same and is exactly the same covenant ability as it was before. Slaughter, however, the Venthyr covenant ability has been yeeted out the window and has gotten a complete rework. Thank God for that, if you ask me. Slaughter felt clunky and bad in most scenarios. However, bonespike is really nice and is at its place where it should be. And bonespike will still very likely be the best option for all scenarios. But the Venthyr ability seems to be a lot more viable to those who are looking to play Venthyr for either cosmetic reasons or storyline reasons. The Venthyr ability works kind of similar to the Razor Call trinket from Akaari, in that you activate it, it does some damage over time, and then you can activate it again to regain increased damage. And it is working around mastery, which is really well. It's a nice stat for sub-rogues. So once the sims come out and once we get into the actual end game and see how everything plays out, we might be able to see a difference. And it might actually turn out for pure single target that Venthyr will be better. I think in any form of multi-target scenarios, Venthyr is not going to beat Necrolords, especially for sub-rogue. And I really doubt it will be beating in any other spec as well. So back to sub-rogue nerfs. Another big hit sub-rogue has taken here is the Akaari's soul fragment. It has been nerfed into the ground. So as we can see here, we can pop one here, and we can use one. And then 2 seconds later, we get another strike. But it does now no longer grant extra combo points. If you pay attention to the top left of the screen here, you know what, actually I can move this down here quick, so we can see a bit better. Boom. Alright. So Shadow Strike, we hit once. 2 seconds later, we gain an extra hit. But we do not get extra combo points. So that is probably the biggest nerf to it. And likely also the most effective one. I honestly think that the damage hit was a little bit big. But the good news is that it is now changed into wait, what? Sap damage? Sub damage? No, shadow damage. It is changed into shadow damage and the effectiveness cut in half, sadly. So they stopped like the infinite shadow dance party train. I think the shadow dance party, yeah, that's a good word for it. They put a stop to that. Hopefully we'll see it come back a bit later in the expansion with a really high uptime on shadow dance once we get some higher stats. That's very likely to see, if you ask me. And it is still a really, really good legendary and is still viable in most cases. It is not going to be the best in every scenario with you just spam pressing Shadow Strike as much as you can. Frankly, that was a bit OP and not really nice. One of the other changes we have seen to Subrogue is the Shadow Wall. Shadow Wall actually now does more damage than Circumstorm, but that has always been a thing. They just put in a number and that's left it at that. But we now actually have some viable AoE finisher. Something I really don't like about Shadowlands is the way it like jumps up into the air, or Shadow Wall. I feel like it's lackluster. Can you at least just put another animation in? Do something cool. When I first heard the word Shadow Wall, I was expecting Death from Above 2.0. Yay! Ain't happening. Instead of we got like a ballerina jump. Sad to see it happening, but I digress. That's the way it is. So, for the talent changes, there's been two like builds here. The 15, the 35, 40, 45, and 50 talent rows has primarily been the same all throughout the beta, and there's been a general consensus that Secret Technique, Enveloping Shadows, Prey in the Weak, or whatever in this row, and Cheat Death. Please pick Cheat Death if you're not playing solo or PvP. And Weapon Master have been the best, especially since we have the now Akaari's here. Weapon Master is still really nice. There might be a Gloom Blade or a Premeditation that might be a little bit better, but we'll see. Night Stalker and Vigor, that's like the first pairing. Night Stalker grants like the extra damage for Shadow Dance, and every damage you do while Shadow Dance. And Vigor gives you more energy and more energy regen. So this here worked really well in conjunction with the Shadow Strike legendary, and it still does. And it's still generally really nice. The other one is Deeper Strategy and Shadow Focus. If you're playing the crit, 100% crit, after 5 seconds of leaving stealth, Deeper Stratagem and Shadow Focus will definitely be your go-to option. If you're playing the Akaari Soul Fragment, I feel like both will be viable. We'll have to wait and see what Sim says and like how it really works. I'll play around with both, and I feel like whatever is going to be best is going to depend on your stat and mostly how much mastery you have. Since the Deeper Stratagem and Shadow Focus works a lot around finishers, and if you're lacking mastery, you might end up having more fun playing with Night Stalker and Vigor. Personally, I am a fan of Night Stalker and Vigor, but I'll play whatever is the best because the playstyle really isn't that different. Night Stalker Vigor is a lot more fast-paced in that you'll press your finishers faster, and I generally find that fun, but that is up to you. So guys, I think this here covers all of the changes and how you can expect them to feel. All in all, as a conclusion here, Subrogue still very viable and not too hard hitting nerfs. I think Blizzard was a bit rough on the Akaari Soul Fragment. It's my opinion, is still really viable. I like it to see that we are having different competing legendaries for each scenarios at least. And it's not just a take this, go win, pick anything else, you lose. Great job. Balance as all things, I don't know. What is it fantasy? Balanced as all things should be. Except there is 10 things and we got 2 things balanced now. But enough on that. Okay, I guess 1 out of 500 things Blizzard should balance is it's better than usual. I'm kidding. I have no idea actually how balanced like every single other aspect of the game is. But there's at least one thing that's a bit balanced now. So guys, Subrogue, still big thumbs up. Don't fear the nerfs. It is still crisp AF, and I'm still looking very much forward to playing Subrogue in Shadowlands, and so should you if you plan to. Guys, leave a comment down below what you thought of the video, what you want to see me talk about next. Just a little update here that I wanted to give you. Alright guys, take care, and I'll see you on the live stream. Bye!